So not too many players come all the way from England and play the Nova Scotia Senior League and eventually make the NHL and WHA and puts up some really nice numbers. Well, this guy sounds like a football player, but he also has a great sports name. A lot of people forgot about this guy. We've been talking about Maritime Heroes, and this guy's definitely one, and we're going to do that in a second. Today we're talking about the very talented Brian Perry. Now, a 5 foot, 176 pound left winger, born in Aldershot, England, in the UK. Played the NHL with the Seals and the Sabres, as well as the WHA with the Raiders, the Golden Blades, the Jersey Knights, and the San Diego Mariners. Now, NHL career was not too bad. He had 16 goals and 29 assists in 96 games. WHA had 145 games, 33 goals and 31 assists. Now, he first came to major prominence with the Owen Sound Greys of the CJBHL, where he had 85 points in 40 games. Now, 64-65 was quite interesting. He played with the New York Rovers of the EHL for 8 games before, not say graduating, but moving on to the New Glasgow Rangers of the NSSHL with 24 points, including 12 minutes and penalties. Now, 66, he was back in the EHL with New Haven, 39 goals, and he also played with Providence of the AHL with 3 goals, so he had 42 pro goals that year. Now, 67, the Providence Reds, he had 23 goals. 68, another great season with Providence, he had 31 goals and 69 points, which led to a call-up by Oakland. In 69, he played the full season with the team, the rookie campaign of good totals, 31 points in 61 games, including 10 goals. Now, 1970, split time between Oakland and Providence. Providence, he had 10 goals in 24 games, and with Oakland, he had 14 points in 34 games. 71, he split time with Seattle Totems, who he had 23 points in 47 games, and 1 game with Buffalo. Anyway, back to the Providence Reds in 72, 49 points in 76 games with 5 points in the playoffs. Then he broke back into the NHL with the New York Islanders in 73. Again, good solid totals, 33 points in 74 games. Now, everybody knew there was going to be a call to the WHA somehow. And in 1974, that's what happened. New York Golden Blades, he played the full season, broke the 20-goal mark with 31 points in total in 71 games. But 75 was quite bizarre, ladies and gentlemen. He played the full season with the Syracuse Blazers of the NAHL with 68 points in 73 games, including another 30-goal season, but only was called up for the Mariners in the playoffs. And he got 3 points in 6 playoff games. It was very rare back then a player would spend a whole minor league season in the minors and play in the WHA playoffs. It's more common in the NHL because with all the deep rosters that the Eastern teams, including Montreal, Toronto, and Philadelphia Flyers, well, I say the Eastern teams, but the East Coast, US, and Canada. So he's one of only, in my estimation, there's not too many players in history that play directly from England. Now, of the current borders of the United Kingdom, they were never trained within the country. Now, of these players, like I call the UK leagues, 23 from England, 21 from Scotland, 5 from Northern Ireland, 4 from Wales. Now, the many players over the years represent different eras, but as we're getting closer to the modern era, he's one of the few modern era to play in the NHL and the WHA. So great player, great example of where you can go from a strong minor league career in senior hockey. And Nova Scotia senior hockey, ladies and gentlemen, was quite strong back in the day. 60s, like that was comparable to an AHL. And this actually podcast goes out to my good friend Kendall Giberson, who's always getting me to talk and promote about maritime-based players, either playing for the AHL teams or have a history of doing quite well in senior leagues. And he has a very interesting concept, ladies and gentlemen. He thinks a lot of New Brunswick players get bypassed because with only 3 major centers in New Brunswick, we're talking Moncton, St. John, and Frankton. If you're not from those big centers, you usually don't get selected. Because as you know, the batters Tita just a recent phenomena, but they're junior A, but a lot of these players get bypassed, and sometimes they have to go out into different leagues because if you're not near the major centers, you don't get selected. And that's why a lot of players that are not from York County, I mean Frankton, St. John, Moncton, Batters don't play on those teams because, like I said, there's only a limited amount of pool to play. And sometimes high school players and senior players are better than the major juniors, but never really get selected or given that final look. So in this case, someone saw something in him in the Nova Scotia League, and look what happened. Played the NHL and WHA. Played the Islanders, the Seals, Buffalo, some good WHA teams. So anyway, this is our latest in our WHA one-year wonder podcast. When I say one-year wonder, scoring 20 goals at WHA in your first season, that means you're a wonderful year. Please give me a like, comment, or subscribe. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, and we're hoping for a Christmas miracle. Let's all keep all those Canadian teams in a bubble, but let them have them play in Canada. Have a good day. Bye.